Am I overreacting for sending my son, 18, to stay with his grandma because of how close he's gotten with my daughter, 14? I feel so weird even writing this, but I really need to know if I'm just being paranoid. I'm using a throwaway not because my family knows about Reddit, but because I genuinely don't know how to explain this without sounding insane or gross. I, 39F, am a single mom. My ex, 41 meters, and I split up a few years ago because he couldn't stay sober and wasn't reliable. We share 2 kids, my son Jake, 18, and my daughter Maddie, 14. I have Maddie majority of the time, and Jake just started college nearby, so he still lives with us most of the time if he isn't over at a friend's place. Jake's had a rough road. He struggled with addiction in high school and overdosed 2 years ago. It was terrifying. Maddie was the one who found him. She was only 12 at the time and it really messed her up. She barely slept for months after, had nightmares, didn't want to leave his side. I got her into therapy for a bit but she stopped wanting to go after a while. Jake's been sober almost 2 years now and doing well in school, but I've noticed this pattern where Maddie seems like she's his emotional lifeline and leans into it. It's been a slow build but these are some of the things that have made me uncomfortable. They're very physical with each other. He hugs her constantly, usually from behind, or pulls her into his lap if they're watching TV. She lets him brush her hair, which she never lets me do. They spend hours in his room with the door half open. I heard them arguing one night and when I went to check, Maddie's eyes were red like she'd been crying and her shirt was on backwards. She said they watched something sad but it didn't add up, and she refused to talk to me about it anymore after that. Jake is overprotective to the point of being controlling. He always wants to know where Maddie is, who she's with, and what she's wearing. He freaked out over a photo she posted online because she looked too grown. When she goes out with friends, he'll text her over and over until she replies. Once he even called me to make sure she was really with them because I had to drive her to their house. When he has a bad day, she cancels her own plans just to sit with him for hours. I've seen her sitting in the hallway waiting for him to come out of the bathroom when he's upset. She's been wearing his clothes constantly, says his stuff makes her feel safe. When he stayed overnight at a friend's, she couldn't sleep and just laid in his room the whole night. She defends him over everything, even when he's being rude or short with me. Once I asked Jake to do the dishes and Maddie jumped in saying he's tired, I'll do them for him. When I finally confronted them, Jake told me I was making something innocent weird, and Maddie cried that I was just trying to ruin their relationship. I felt completely crazy afterward, like I was the one creating problems out of thin air. Eventually I decided Jake needed to stay with his grandma for a while, his dad's mom. It's close to his college anyway, so it made sense. I told him it was just for space, for both of them and I wasn't trying to cut him off completely or anything like that but my ex lost his mind over it, saying I'm punishing Jake for being a caring brother. His mom called me cruel for splitting them up but didn't try to send Jake back. At first, Maddie seemed relieved. She was laughing again, spending time with her friends. But now she's moping, won't talk to me, barely eats dinner. Jake's ignoring my messages completely. I don't think anything actually happened between them but the way they've been acting isn't healthy. I just wanted to give them some space to breathe. Am I overreacting for separating them for a while?